Yo, what's up everybody? I'm here today for a nice little deck list because I do have a tournament today, which you will be seeing another video of that later, but let's get this going, yeah? Okay, so today I'm showing you guys the deck I've been working on that I'm actually going to be playing for regionals, and it's the homie Hydreigon EX. Honestly, I've had a lot of fun with this deck. It's really strong, especially with this obsidian attack right here, where you have, well, unfortunately it's 4 energy, so it's kind of a steep cost, but if you do manage to land it, 130 to the active and then 2 to 130 to the bench is really powerful, especially if you set up quickly and just kind of go for it, then you start wiping the board pretty fast. But let's get into the deck list. So we're starting off with this being 4 Dino. A lot of people are running 3, but I like it's hard having consistency with this deck. This is kind of like another Charizard deck, but I like having the consistency with 4 Dino. Now with that, we do only have 1 Zweilous. You never really see this one out unless, I guess, you're struggling a little bit with, you know, when you have Ultra Ball or whatever else you need and you're struggling, you can't really get it out yet. I guess it's good, it's middle ground. It's first, you'll pretty much never use it, but it's good to have just in case, you know? Now the next is our big hitter, the big boy, 3 Hydreigon EX. 3 of them is always nice to have. It's the perfect number for a stage 2 line. I always felt that way. A lot of people agree, and I think this is the way to go with the list, because usually people are going 3-1-3, but I don't think that's that good. Now time for our support, our little engine. We got 2 Pidgey with 2 Pidgeot EX. Pidgeot is really strong in this deck. Lets you search out everything you need whenever you need it, once per turn, and it doesn't take, and it's free retreat cost. You know what could be better? But let's start moving into our support units. 1 Pheasantipity, just in case of a KO. Now you have a Pheasantipity on the board. One of your main starting draws, Rotom V. You got the 1 Pecharunt. A Cleffa, just in case if that's you're starting a hand, it's actually pretty good. And then we have the Duskull, Dusclops, Dusknoir, 1 each. Being that because if you're facing Pikachu, you guys know its ability. If you do, because it only has 200 HP, Hydreigon does 200 HP with its first move, but Pikachu can't get knocked out from full health. So it's good to have, even if you just Dusclops it, now you get a knockout. And even if you can knock it out regardless, like if you use Obsidian, Dusknoir can finish the job. But that's it for Pokemon. Let's move on to our supporter. It's our support line. I have 1 Crispin. Crispin is always good, especially in decks like this now. I feel like Crispin is just going to be universally used because Hydreigon needs 3 different energy: Dark, Psychic, and Steel. So Crispin helps you get that out really early, especially even if you have Earthen Vessel. 1 attachment per turn. Crispin allows for the second one, and you can turn 2 with Hydreigon if you get it out. Now we do have the 2 Boss's Orders. A lot of deck lists only run the 1, but I like having 2. I like it because you don't really have any more Gust option, and then having 2 Boss's Orders really does help you out. 2 Iono, just in case for the brick, and then finishing it off for Arven. Now let's move on to the items. We got 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Dark Patch, 3 Buddy Poffin, 3 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Rare Candy, 1 Counter Catch, 1 Super Rod, 1 Earthen Vessel, and 1 Lost Vacuum. Okay, let's move on to the tools, actually. Okay, so we have 3 different ones, all 1-ofs. So for the Rotom, we do have the 1 Forest Sealstone. Always comes in handy. Rotom will always have it. It's just a part of the deck, you know what I mean? And because we do have Petulant and Hydreigon is a dark type, so hit the more, you know, to hit one-shot damage on Pokemon that are 230 HP and 210 HP, we do have one Finding Mochi. Now to finish it all off, if you do unfortunately start off kind of bad, when you do have Hydreigon, you can get the Obsidian a lot easier. Obsidian attack, I mean, by having the one counter gain. Sometimes you won't use it, other times it's really, really, really clutch. But it's important to realize that if you do decide to use it, you realize that it only removes one colorless energy. That specifically is what it does. So if you are going to use it, you can't use it to get rid of one dark energy. You can't use it to get rid of, you know, anything like that. But let's do the energy count. 1 Neo Upper Energy. That's our ace spec for the deck. 4 Dark Energy. 2 Steel. And 2 Psychic Energy. Neo gets you through it a lot quicker. But there's a lot of decks now coming back to running like Enhanced Hammer or stuff like that. But Neo, I think, is the best ace spec for this deck. Instead of it being like Prime Catcher or something, you know, easy like that. I think Neo is definitely the way to go. It's been working for me, and honestly, I really prefer it this way. But that's the list for today.